Internets, hello people of the world, namaste. I say that with some chagrin and some humor, but anyways, truly so, yours truly here for a testimonial for Ethan Wise. I went in for a healing session with him, the first one I've ever done. Found him through Facebook. In fact, he found me. I'd kind of seen him, but he reached out to me. I was very impressed with that, and I was kind of aware over like the feed network for about a month or so, just seeing what he was posting, the work he was doing for other people, and some of the results. And I kind of recognized, okay, this, he definitely knows what he's doing, and he's getting results. So hey, so anyways, yeah, worked something out with him. I kind of come to him for TMJ, and some that was my main chief complaint, and I kind of felt how that was kind of connected with some emotional things. After I learned about emotion code healing through a wonderful Gaia TV Open Minds interview, I was kind of seeking it out, and so I reached out to Ethan, and it turns out he was able to do that. So I have not received that or practiced that with him as of yet. That will be the next step next time we visit together for a session. But for the first session, just as a testimony, I'm going to kind of recap what we did. I definitely learned a lot. He was an excellent listener, took a lot of notes, was really taking down a lot of information that I had to kind of communicate and express about what I was in for and what I was kind of feeling, and kind of putting pieces together with things. So I was really impressed with that. And then, so from there, then we started to kind of do different assessments, and explain that what he does, what he utilizes is muscle testing. So, it was like, had me go in 6 different directions: upper right, left, right, and then lower right, and then upper left, left, and lower left. And with my arms, and would hold for strength and test a differential to see, what kind of sector of those 6 directions to kind of map out where in my body we could find perhaps some structural imbalance or something going on. So that was interesting. Found out it was my upper right and then lower left. That made sense to me because as I've been aware with my structure, being a bodywork therapist and doing some healing work and that kind of stuff, it's like, okay, yeah, that's definitely onto it. So yeah, that was good. Anyways, then we kind of went into doing some kind of he did some kind of movement with my legs, kind of helping to find out where, kind of some misalignment or structural kind of tension was holding. And then from there, for the majority of the time, we did a lot of kind of fascial unwinding. He would kind of like hold me in certain kind of ways and start to kind of move me, in such a way where we were kind of tuning and tapping in. Well, what he was doing was tuning to tap in to feeling how it felt like my body naturally wanted to kind of move as we would hold it in a certain kind of position. And as I was having him do that for me, I would kind of feel into the same thing. So both of us, in the ideal kind of function of this, feel as if it's just happening, or as if the other person's guiding it, but it's really just kind of a way to get into tapping into the body's intelligence and flowing with that to help facilitate unwinding. Kind of like in the way that naturally animals, mammals, and others, I'm sure too, after they experience trauma, say like a mountain goat or a deer, after being attacked by a predator or falling or something, they have a way to just shake it all out in a way it's categorized or called, it's a term, neurogenic tremoring. It's a way to just kind of spasmodically shuffle out tension that may be held in the myofascial matrix, and there's a memory to that. So by way of working with the myofascial matrix, we can unwind holding patterns that we have mind-body energy connections with. So to my understanding, that's part of why it can be a powerful way to heal, obviously for very structural reasons too, but there's a correlation there. So anyways, we did some of that. I learned a lot of different techniques that I now will be able to practice throughout my life. Being able to go up onto a wall, really just engaging in different kind of self-unwinding techniques, I think will be very valuable over time. I've done that before, and it certainly is helpful. So I'm grateful for having had the opportunity to learn some of this very hands-on in the time that we were actually practicing it. I definitely felt loosened up. I felt a lot more kind of like open and just kind of like some of the slack that I had been holding just loosened up. So I felt a little raw afterwards, but I knew and kind of understood, this is part of just the healing process, and it takes some time to kind of integrate some of that. So yeah, overall, I definitely felt like it was effective. I think it was a good beginning. It took a lot of information. We had a really clear understanding. He was very clear about what it was he was doing. He was very communicative and at explaining what we were doing and guiding me in the process to be able to help facilitate the techniques and the practice that he was doing. So I definitely recommend Ethan.